Hi guys.
You're doing it, you know it. I'm everyone. It's all in me. Welcome to episode 12 of
What's brewing, sis?
I'm Shelly.
I'm Bianca.
And I'm Deonna. And here we come together to serve the brew.
We doing another live, guys. We right back at you.
Yes, we are here, and it's what? It's what? So much
fun. I'm like it's lit. Yes, I was put on the spot. So we're so glad you guys came back to join us. Last episode was so much fun. We had our first guest.
Yes.
Great discussion. One of our longest videos, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, all about crazy faith and
yes.
faith to believe and pursue. So,
yes, for sure.
A lot of good takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, to sit back and think about. So it was almost like, you know, Shelly was like, let's do crazy faith too.
Yeah.
So much to uncover and unpack in that topic, but you know, maybe we'll round robin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll run that back.
Yeah.
Invite Pastor G back onto the show. I told you too. I think I told you as well. But that show was life changing for me. Like, as soon as I left, I applied some of the things that we discussed, and it was my birthday weekend. So I just, you know, it made me have honest conversations with the people that I love, and it made me just kind of get a better understanding that I can attain all things with work and faith.
I can do all things through Christ.
Yes, for sure, absolutely. So yeah, so I'm searching for our live so I can share it on the Facebook page. But because it's still on 209. Oh, the video's on. What does this mean? So we're experiencing some technical difficulties,
or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
But we
If
think
someone's
so.
still
So
there.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you're still viewing.
This camera, not this camera.
So do you have to turn it maybe?
Stand
I
by.
don't see us as being live on YouTube. So that was weird too. These things happen. Here it goes, the live.
You see it?
Yeah, but let's see what's happening. So that's what they're seeing right now.
Sorry, guys, we're working on it.
Stand by.
We got a watcher too. Anybody that's watching, comment. Let us know. We'll be back.
Right.
2
So,
seconds.
I mean, actually, we're here. We're just not visual.
Yes.
So, you know, a lot of podcasts are audio. We just happen to be audio visual.
Welcome to Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Oh, this is a good time. You can catch us on.
Oh, there she is. At least you see Bianca.
Guys, I'm working on it.
We back.
Oh, Lord. Sheer panic. You got the computer plugged in.
We're gonna introduce you in a moment.
Yes, so let's get through a couple things. One, yes, our last episode, great, faith moving, powerful. It's okay.
What?
Oh, I thought you were still in panic mode.
No, I was trying to get my dog to sit down. I think he's confused.
Okay, so we are, so that's that. And then to kick things off and keep it going, we have another special guest.
She's in studio with us.
Yes.
And your name is?
She wants to be on camera, so I'm gonna switch seats with her so she can let everybody know who she is.
Come on over.
Yes, come on over. And what's your name?
My name is Zoie.
Talk loud.
Zoie.
Look at this light up here, Zoe. Say Zoe Onyango.
Onyango.
Oh,
And how old are you? 3.
7.
Okay. 7. And what grade are you going to this year?
Second
Second grade?
Second grade.
Oh, that is so cool. Are you excited?
Yeah, my favorite part is art.
Your
I
favorite
know it
subject is art?
You can start really good.
You can. So if you guys remember on our Father's Day episode, we had some artwork and artwork that we showed, and Zoe drew that artwork.
This
so
is
we were
our artiste.
Yes. So anything that I need in the artistic world, graphic design, you got me.
Yeah.
You gonna draw it for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how old are you, Zoe?
7. I'm about to turn 8.
Really?
Next
Ooh,
June.
Right. Wait a minute. I missed
When's your birthday?
June 10th. So what's going on in the world of 7-year-olds?
I'm gonna have a new teacher.
Your new teacher. Are you excited about your new teacher?
Yeah.
Do you know her name?
I don't know.
You don't know her yet, but you're excited to meet her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my face is hurting.
Why?
You're smiling too much?
Yeah.
We're gonna pull you up.
So
a
today's
little bit
episode is Black to School, getting these kids back to school. So Zoe's our special guest. She's going to talk all about the life of going back to school. Are you excited to go back
Ow.
and do homework and artwork and all that good stuff?
And music and PE.
And PE.
Last time when I was in PE, we had a free weekend play. We got on the thing that we could bump up and down, and then I roll over. And then in the music class was fun. We were doing the cup thingy, and then in the art one we did a switch thing. If somebody picks it up, you win. I did that.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Oh,
Yay! We are excited. We are excited, and we are ready to go back to school. This is always an exciting time for me. Well, kind of, because my birthday just passed, and typically when my birthday passed, I start saying like back to school. I used to hate that going back to school, but I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I know for parents, so I see a lot of Instagram memes and parents, they're like stressed out and they're getting their kids back to school, getting the school supplies. They can get crazy in Walmart and Target. And then it's a meme where the parents will get their kids out the door, take the pictures, and literally they'll pop a bottle and drink wine and go crazy at home because the kids are away. So do you guys feel that way being kid parents still? My son's 23, so I don't have back to school, but do you guys feel that way when your kids go back?
Well, I'm looking forward to the kids going back to school for a couple reasons. Since the pandemic, everybody primarily works from home. So this summer, it's been a little crazy with everybody at home and trying to work. So I won't be popping bottles, but I'll be glad to have some quiet, with the kids at school. And they get bored. They need something to do besides, laying around watching TV and stuff like that. So.
I am a little different. I enjoy Savannah being at home. So this is my daughter's first year working, and kind of being out and about. And she actually left today. Like, yeah, I got plans with my father, so I'm leaving. So she's gone until she goes to school. So that I like her being home. It's like the comfortability of her being home. And when she did homeschool, the first year of COVID, I was able to kind of watch over her, see what she was doing, make sure she was doing her homework. So it's a little different for me. I'm kind of sad. And especially knowing that she's going to be, college bound soon.
Don't rush it.
But I'm
Yeah. We have,
think about it, but don't rush it.
I know.
right. We have different age dynamics. So Zoe is 7. And Zoe is 7. Bryce is 8. Savannah is 16. Yeah. So
and my son is 23. So I was telling them that this is the first year since 2004 that I didn't have to do back to school shopping or get someone to school and all that. So it's kind of a little bit. I don't get to do the school shopping.
Yeah.
So you can definitely partake in the festivities of back to school. I do not mind sharing. I don't mind sharing those responsibilities.
No. Yeah, Bianca, I think you even picked up some school supplies. You were giving some school supplies away, and we got the benefit of getting those school supplies. So yeah, maybe you're missing it a bit too.
Bianca's like, "Have you got your supply list?" She's like,
Listen,
now she's the back to school coach. I'm like, look, leave me alone. No.
Listen, you're gonna miss it when they're older and you don't have to do that. Like maybe at first you're gonna be like, I'm so glad I don't have to do it. But then at some point you're gonna be like, man, this time goes so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I literally feel like him should still be like 13 or 14. Like I feel like him growing up went just incredibly fast. It's like gone before you know it. Like you say, your daughter's gonna be in college, in a couple years. So.
Yeah, and that time is going that fast. I feel like she was just a freshman in high school, but given COVID kind of was there, kind of everything just moved. I think a little bit more swift. She didn't have a graduation, so we were kind of like anticipating her first homecoming. Mm-hmm. So it's best not, like you said, not to rush the time. Enjoy it, relax. Mm-hmm. And enjoy these moments.
Yeah, you should definitely, because they grew up so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Even
I
swear, every time I come to your house, I'm like, she's taller again.
No, I thought you were gonna say. I feel like Zoe turns 7 every year. I'm like, she was just 7. She was just 6. But yeah, you're getting bigger and bigger every day.
Yeah.
Anything
I grow up, I'm gonna go on the snow mountain and just live there every day.
Is that what you want to do?
And then one day I'm gonna leave there, and then I'm gonna hunt for some food.
What is something wrong with that?
That's adventurous.
I never hunt before.
No, you're looking forward to it. I think you should go camping first.
Camping.
I'm trying to get your mom to go camping.
What do you think, Zoe? Should we go camping?
I'm scared if there's.
Wait a second, you were just superwoman.
Wait. I'm scared if there's a wolf in the forest.
Oh.
I hear that they're nice though, as long as you don't try to pet them.
As long as, what happens if I pet them?
They might bite.
Last time I had a dream about the red girl.
Mm-hmm.
When I was having a dream, and when I was in my bed, I just woke up and I said, "What is going on out there?"
Oh my god!
And then I opened the window and I said, "There's a red girl right there. If you fell on the ground on someone, you might. She might catch you,
goodness.
and then she will kill you." And then
I
was scared in that dream. I was on one.
Okay, we're supposed to be talking about school, not about bad dreams. Nobody wants to think about bad dreams when it's time to go back to school.
Yeah.
So, one special thing that you do. What do you do every day before school? You say your what? Your affirmations?
Your daily affirmation?
Affirmation.
Yes. Can you share some of those affirmations with us?
Yes. I believe in me. I love myself.
But you got to talk up because everybody has to hear you. This is your microphone. It stays here, but you got to talk up.
Okay.
Start again.
I believe in me. I love myself. I'm going to have a good day. I choose to feel happy. I like learning. My brain is powerful. I love to solve problems. I like to keep trying even when things are hard. I learn from my mistakes. Every problem has an answer. I'm the only me in the whole world. I'm a genius. Learning comes easy for me. I adapt to anything. I get better and better every day. I'm kind. I'm smart. I'm loving. I'm sharing. I keep forgetting.
No, you're doing good. Keep going.
I keep forgetting.
I'm strong. I'm unique.
I'm grateful. I'm joyful. I have everything inside me to succeed.
Great.
Very good. That is so good. And what else did we do this summer? Where did we go? When we were all together last, where did we go?
where you get really tired of walking?
Huh?
We went to the zoo.
The zoo.
Yes. And what's your favorite animal?
Wait, last time you guys were lost.
We were lost?
Yeah.
Me and Savannah were lost?
Yeah.
Did you find us?
No, we tried to find you everywhere, but you missed everything.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry.
You missed it. You sensed it.
Kind of scared of anything else you might say. So, what's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, if I see it, you really... I mean, there's no unicorn, but I love...
Unicorns are your favorite animal? Cool.
Well, what was your favorite animal at the zoo that day?
The monkey I was scared of. Me and Bianca were holding hands.
Bianca was a little scared too, baby.
I'm scared if I pet it, it will bite me and kill me.
Oh
my God.
I have a question. So one of our viewers, Iris, wants to know, what does Zoe want to be when she grows up?
I'm a doctor.
A doctor. I knew that answer.
What kind of doctor, or what do you want to wear?
A pink suit. They don't have pink suits, but I have to wear. I'm wearing a white suit and putting on a stethoscope, and then I help people. As a doctor, if they broke the leg, or I have to give a little kid a shot.
Oh God!
Are you gonna be gentle when you give shots?
Yes, I will get. Last time I got my gentle, but then I was crying.
You did?
Mommy, you were not there because I was 3 years old.
Oh,
I was 3 years old, and then I got a shot and it hurt me.
Oh my goodness! You still remember it?
Yeah, I remember all my memories.
Okay.
Yes.
All your memories, you remember all of them.
You giving me a hug?
So what else? What else do you want to talk about? What else do you have on your mind?
I don't know.
Nothing. Okay. So are you gonna stay in this conversation with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Well, I think if what do you guys think about rewards and positive reinforcements for kids? Like, do you think if they do well in school, they should be rewarded?
Mm-hmm.
And what are some of the rewards? Or
Yes, I mean, I remember growing up as a kid, and the teacher would give out stars, and you remember the little star paper?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be excited about that. So yes, I think that keeps kids motivated and keeps them going on. But I think Zoe's the first kid that I've ever heard, say her affirmations and be that detailed with them,
Mm-hmm.
and remember them, and I think she sticks true to a lot of her affirmations. So yes, I think that positive reinforcement is a great thing.
What about at home? Like rewards at home from parents and stuff like that?
So the school has something that's kind of their school district anyway that can be used both at school and at home, which is Class Dojo. So they get points for certain things at school, and then they can cash in those points for certain rewards. So the system is an app, so you can do them at home too. Like if they do their home chores or get ready for bed or wake up in a positive mood, things like that. You can also give them points, and then there's different things that they could select from their dojo points.
Yeah, I like that.
Likewise, if they misbehave or get in trouble, they lose points. So
yeah.
So you want to get all your dojo points this year, right?
Yeah.
I have a question from Nina. Nina wants to know, Zoe, what is your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite subject is art.
Very good.
And music and PE and reading books.
Oh,
okay.
But I forgot I didn't bring my book.
That's okay.
Oh.
That's okay. We'll make sure that next time you bring your book, so you can tell us what your favorite.
Am I gonna have a different art teacher?
I don't know. We'll have to see. The first day of school is August 17th. Is coming up, so we'll find out.
Soon.
It's 7.
What is your favorite thing to draw in art?
When I was at home, I draw I draw me and mommy and dad and Bryce and my brother, and I draw me with a skirt and you, Mom. And I don't know how to draw a shirt.
No. Oh, you gotta keep working at it.
Yeah, for sure.
I only did a skirt.
It's okay.
You're gonna get good at it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I like what your school is doing. Like,
and when it was Mother's Day, I draw a super mom.
Oh. What do you think about it, Deonna?
I like it. It works well.
And mommy, I put the one that you did with that you did have.
Okay, listen, we're talking about dojo points. So dojo points are good because it's a good way to, cross over what's being done at school and at home.
Mommy.
And I like the reward system.
Mommy, I draw the dad with the pink shirt because dad doesn't have. I feel bad without having a pink shirt, so I draw a pink shirt and I draw a blue thing and I use a pen. Mm-hmm. I use a pen to draw the.
Is pink your favorite color?
Yeah, I like dark pink. Dark pink,
yes.
I try to paint with the dark. I try to paint with the pink, and then I wanted to mix pink with. I wanted to mix black and pink, but my paints are dry. I wanted to use them again to paint.
Okay.
Question.
Get some new paint.
Are they having the kids wear masks still in school?
No.
No.
So at some point it became optional. I think even when it was mandated, it's hard for the younger children to keep masks on all day.
Yeah.
The masks were probably more filthy than anything. And teachers will probably spend the majority of the day saying, Johnny, put your mask back on. So eventually it became optional, and then it just was like, I don't think anybody was wearing a mask. Yeah.
Do you have any obstacles with your kids in school, like, with the school or curriculum or anything like that?
So a couple things. I do live in a mixed neighborhood, but in their specific classrooms, there may be 1 to 3 students that are African American. And my husband is from Kenya, as I've probably mentioned at least 10 times. So when we enroll them in school, just by mere mentioning the fact that my husband is from Kenya, they have automatically labeled them as English being their second language. So we've been at this school now since 2018. And every year I keep telling them English is not their second language. I don't want them in ESL classes. They only speak English. English is their primary language.
Yeah.
But they fight me on it every year. Mm-hmm. So that's been the most annoying thing.
Yeah. For me, with my high schooler, it's been interesting. Savannah is the most woke child ever. But she's one of those type of kids where she'll come home and say, do you know that they don't even have this in my school? So she's been very vocal about those things. So I think she's going to be a game changer when it comes to like making changes when she sees that there are disparities, yes, for sure. And Zoie, for sure. I think Zoie will be coming home saying,
yeah.
Do you know that they don't do this or they think this? So yes, I like the fact that she's so vocal about the things going wrong.
So we have another question from Carolyn. Carolyn wants to know, Zoie, what do you think is a super mom? What makes your mom a super mom?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Come on. You want to sit back over here so they can see you? She doesn't want to be off camera. Sorry, guys. I'll give her seat back. So why do you like your mom? Why is she a good mom? Why is she a super mom?
You're saying that as if you're not.
Because I love mom. I love mom so much because Mommy, I accidentally draw your hair. Darker, black paint, black and.
Okay,
and I messed
that's
up.
okay. She said, "What makes your mom a super mom?"
Yes.
What does your mom do for you?
My mom she helps me cook chicken nuggets, and I tell mom and not and she cooks me chicken fries, and then she helps me read books, and she helps me do my math. But I was and now and then today I had it to today my mom told me to get out the backyard and come inside, and we were about to leave, and now we're
come
here.
get ready for the show.
Yeah.
So Nina asked, Nina says that her daughter Naomi has shield testing every week for COVID. Do they do testing at Zoe's school?
They do not.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do not test for COVID unless someone presents with symptoms.
Mommy,
and
now remember I was pretending you were laughing. I said I had COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretending I have COVID, but last time when I was at school, I picked up a leaf, but that makes you sick, and now I just got sick.
Okay. So yeah, they don't they do not do like screenings. I know some school districts do, but their school does not do screenings. But if someone presents with symptoms, then they test them or send them home.
Yeah. And it's all gun ho at the high school. They are like, come in, everybody, if you're sick, stay home. But they've opened the world of schooling, or high school for sure. And I'm still working from home.
Everybody doesn't follow that though.
No.
A lot of people send their kids to school sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I know last year you had a case of COVID with Bryce due to a student coming to school sick.
Yeah. I think for some people, so I've been afforded the luxury to be able to work from home when I need to. So my work is very flexible. But for some people, I imagine it's hard to keep their kids at home. I think even before the pandemic, there were times where people send their kids to school sick. Like they knew they were sick, they just give them a little Motrin and send them anyway.
Yeah.
But I have not been that mom. Like if my kids are sick, I just keep them home. But I try not to be judgy for those because you don't know everybody's situation.
You don't, but I mean, that was a whole pandemic and we got monkeypox out here. I mean,
but some people,
right? Sending your kids to school and knowing that they're sick.
I also have a family member who lost her job because every time the daycare shut down, she couldn't work with her kids, and they're like, "Well, do your kids have COVID?" But her kids didn't have COVID, but because someone in daycare had COVID, they had to shut down. And eventually the employer was like, well, you can't take off every time.
Let us know in the comments how you feel about that one, because I don't know. I could, even if my job was at stake, because I think in life I'm learning that so what?
It's
one of those situations where if I lose my job, so what? I know I'm not getting anybody else sick, and you honestly don't know, and what's going on.
And your kid's life is more important.
Yeah.
So it's like, why put your child at jeopardy to
jeopardize somebody else, to be sick, and now you're out in the world, and who knows what else you.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that people have to make that decision. There's just like old people who have to decide between their medication and their food. Like some things you shouldn't have to.
Job is that important.
No, I don't think so. But I don't think so either. But also, the reality of the situation is some people are like if they only have that one source of income, they may feel like, well, who's gonna feed my kids once I don't have a job? Who's gonna
eat if you're dead? I mean, I'm just literally keeping it. Who's gonna be able to? Oh, that's so terrible. But that is terrible. But it's true. Like, no job is that important.
Yeah, and if you lose your child to this pandemic, I would have a hard time not driving my car through school. Like, I would have a different.
Yeah, I have a whole issue with school as it is. I don't even like the traditional school system. Like if I had it my way, my kids would be homeschooled. Initially, the first year of the pandemic, they were homeschooled. I would prefer that, really. So I don't know about everybody else, but if I could make it work, I would just have my kids at home.
Yeah. Nina commented and said, absolutely, there are extreme concerns for some parents, especially those unable to work remote. I'm sure. I'm sure. When we were sent home with the pandemic, I didn't think that we would be home, for
that long.
But I wish more people had that idea in mind and I think the pandemic did this to me. But I wish more people had that mindset that this is a job. This is where you go. This is where you go to get food. This is how you pay your bills, and all of that good stuff. But no job is worth your life. It's just, to me, it's just not.
So, bringing up the topic, you were saying that how you felt about school and the current system that it is. It just brought up a story that I thought about when Kaylin, was in, I want to say 3rd or 4th grade. We lived in a predominantly Black neighborhood, and then we moved to a predominantly white neighborhood. Totally different education in the same grade, which was like shocking to me. Literally, it was not even 15, like a 10-minute drive from the town we were living in to the new town, and totally different levels of education. Like when he went to the new school, they were doing Spanish, they were doing science projects, they were like just so far gone on math that I was a little nervous for him. But when I went to register him, and you bring in all the paperwork and say, my son is going to be in this grade. Here it is. Here's the paperwork. They automatically try to put him in a program, like for kids who need extra help and stuff like that, and label him basically. And I'm like, what on his transcript says that he needs to be, what do they call it?
IEP or
something like that.
504
but it wasn't that back then. I think it was like
IEP's been around, but there's also a 504 plan, which is more. It's not to the extent of an IEP, but it's like we're gonna do some type of intervention.
Yeah, I feel like they were trying to put him in a class with other students who would be like, learning challenged, and I'm like, nothing in his transcript says he needs that, and they were almost trying to force me to do it. So I'm like, no. Then they were said to me, well, we'll see how it works for a month, and then after a month we'll revisit. And I was like, we don't need to revisit. So I was determined that Ken would not be behind, struggling any bit, because you're not going to put him in this system to make it seem as though, these other kids who have the same grades on their transcripts as my son, and now he needs special help. Now, if you need this extra help, that's fine. But don't automatically assume because he came from this school. It was literally, they saw the school he came from and wanted to put him in the program. They didn't even look at anything else. It was like, oh, well, most kids coming from over here. And I thought that was just
So terrible. I think that's a good question. Like, do you trust the school system? And I think there should be more moms out there like you that stick up for their kids and say, no, this is not the correct thing. Don't put my kids. But there are a lot of parents that might not say something. Like, I won't say anything to say they obviously are right. This coming from the school system.
Or they just don't know. Some people don't know that they can challenge things. They can flat out say no. Even if the school system says we recommend your child to be in this program or this type of classroom, you can say no. But I think a lot of people don't realize or don't know how to effectively challenge the professionals or those that are deemed as the professionals.
And I think a lot of people just trust, like, if you say that, I'm just going to like, oh, maybe my kid needs it. But in my case, I felt like he ain't even came through the door. Like, give him a chance. And literally within a month, one of the teachers emailed me like, oh, he's doing so well. He's like socially doing well. He's caught up with all the other kids. He's doing good. All these things. So it was like, well, that's how it should have been. Right. You should have given him an opportunity to start.
Yeah. For sure.
So.
Comment from Nina. I actually enjoy Naomi being at home, but it's the lack of social interaction that gave me concern. I think that aspect of school is important. I agree. Sure.
Yeah. I feel like the kids do need the social interaction. That is an important part of school. I don't know.
But they can get social interaction outside of school. Like, okay, so when we did do homeschooling for a year, I learned a lot about homeschoolers, homeschooler rights, all of that. So if your child is homeschooled, they still have access to the local school system. Like if you want them to participate in a particular sport or extracurricular activity. If you have a child with special needs, the school are still supposed to send in resources for like speech or occupational therapy. So you're not totally disconnected. You're as connected or as disconnected as you want to be from the local school. And then also there's a lot of families that homeschool that get their kids together. Like you almost create like a network of homeschooled kids so that and they have meetups and play dates and everything. Yeah. So I think homeschooling is actually much more effective than traditional school. And I just, I wish that I could just hire a private teacher, which it was okay. When me and my husband were doing the homeschool teaching, it was okay. But one, you don't have to do as many hours a day as you would in a traditional classroom because you're basically teaching them one-on-one. You get to see and mitigate, where they're having trouble right then and there. Your school hours can be outside of the traditional hours. Like we were still working our full-time job, so we would do school at night, which was fine. The kids actually liked it and adapted well to it. We had an area set up like a classroom. So I don't feel like there's social, that they lack social skills if they're homeschooled.
I think Deonna forgot the name of the title. the subtitle is "Get These Kids Back to School."
Right. It takes a village.
I did read somewhere that a lot more Black parents are doing homeschooling. And it just dawned on me. I do know another educator, someone we all went to high school with. She does homeschooling for her child and others. So I think she just got nominated for an award right now. I saw it on Facebook somewhere. So
okay, I need to contact her. If my kids can just go.
And in the comments, tell us, because I like to, when people are watching, I want to know you guys' opinion too. Like if you already have children that are out of school, or if you still currently have children in school, would you rather homeschool or would you rather
the traditional schools?
Traditional school system. For me, traditional school system works fine. Savannah goes to a really good school now, and her elementary, junior high, really good experience so far. So yeah,
I think Kaylin went to pretty great, despite that one incident. It might have been a couple more, some microaggressions. But other than those, like he went to a really great, elementary school, junior high, and high school. He made a lot of great connections, a lot of friends of different walks of life that he still are like friends with now, even though they went to different high schools or colleges, or didn't go to college, or got in the workforce, whatever. So I do think, and I feel like the knowledge that he got from those schools were helpful.
Yeah, okay. So I don't mean to knock traditional school. My kids go to they go to nice school. Right. No, the school is like is high ranking and all of that. Like, but I just think
I think it's a matter of choice.
I think for all of us, like we went to traditional school. We're thriving adults. We did fine, but I think the learning, the actual academic learning, could be exponentially more if you're homeschooled. That's the part that I like.
And also, I feel like a lot. We did go to traditional school, and we went to traditionally African American school. I feel as though gave us just enough to get by. They didn't give us the meat and potatoes that district, in Riverside, Brookfield would have been getting, or Lyons Township. Like, we got enough education to get by, but it wasn't as enriched as theirs. When Kayla went to sign up for, like, activities, so, you sign up, you get you register for school, you can sign up for whatever, not activity, but, like, other class that you want to take. So they had, like, zoology, and, we had culinary arts, auto shop, whatever. But they had so many things. I'm like, Kayla, you could just, each year, just pick something new.
But some of that, too, I think is also just advancement with time. Like, now when we look at what kids are doing in school, in the 3rd grade might have been something that was introduced to us in the 8th grade or something. But I think that's across the board, even across, social economic divides. Like, I don't know. There's just a progression that some parts of the academia are introduced much earlier now.
Because things kind of probably make sense, or it's like, oh, we're not going to wait. We've done our research and we find, no, this could be introduced
earlier.
Yeah. I get that. Too. But also, when I walked into Savannah School, I was like, what? If I walked into a castle, like, it definitely differs by what area. And how far they'll push the school system, I think.
So Nina is saying most traditional schools spend more time trying to get students up to speed versus teaching what is needed to move to the next level. So I do agree with that.
Yeah, because when you have a classroom of 20 to 30 kids and everybody's at different levels, it's not. So at some point, like in high school, I would say they do kind of split you by more performance-based classroom versus in the primary years, it's more, everybody's at different levels. So the teacher has to teach somewhere in the middle. They can't only teach to those who are academically advanced, or they can't teach to those who are, more challenged. They kind of just got to keep it in the middle. So then those who could be performing at a higher level are kind of being left stagnant. And those who are not at the average point, who need extra help, are not necessarily getting the help that they need.
And I agree with that, because it happened to us in grammar school, but also Kaylin. So right before we moved to that new school district, Kaylin would get in trouble a lot. He would fall out of his chair. He would be goofy. He'll be just doing random stuff. So we went to parent-teacher conference. I said, he's bored. He needs to be more challenged. I said, can I bring him a workbook that he could work on one? Because the problem was he was finishing his work and then falling out of his chair and being a clown and all this stuff. And they were like, no, you can't bring any extra work. We can't give him extra credit. We can't. And they had just closed the gifted program in that school for those kids. And I said, well, what do you want him to do? So she was saying that, they have the classroom mixed like that, where they feel like kids like Kaylin, who are getting through their homework and moving fast, can help the students that are struggling a little bit more. And I'm like, that's not what he's here for. You're the teacher. I know it sounds selfish, but I'm like,
when you're kids. And it's so important, I guess, to know your children, know the ins and outs of what they would do. And I think kudos to my mom. Like, she wouldn't rely on what the teachers would say. She made a name for herself. She made a name for herself and made it known. Like, while I'm gonna sit, I know my children aren't angels, but I'm not gonna let you just feed me stories or whatever it is that you want to say about my children. Let's sit down and truly talk about what it is that's going on, and not just solely trust what the teacher is saying.
And that's what I did. I got to the root of it. I know my son. I know he's silly. I know he fell out that chair. I know he did it. But I'm telling you, he's bored. You're telling me he's finishing his homework record time, sitting there. He's bored. You won't give him anything to do. It got to the point where he got like a suspension because someone kicked him and then he kicked them back, and just being silly. So I said, here's what we're going to do. He's not going to do any more suspensions or detentions. Because I'm telling you he's bored. You're not challenging him. So we're not doing this. So don't call me. I specifically told her, don't call me. And he won't be at detention because they wrote him a detention. And he didn't go. I told him to go home.
Good question. Have you guys ever been in detention?
Yes.
Mommy.
Absolutely.
I think I have.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was an angel.
Detention, suspension, whatever.
You were an angel?
Yeah. I was and I
Is this
am.
a story you're going to say? Oh, because your mom is watching.
All right.
Moving right along.
Yes.
Moving right along. But this has definitely been a fun episode. You know, we've had Zoe here to be our host. Zoe, do you want to give us any ending words here?
An ending word?
Yeah.
Tell all the kids in America to get ready to go back to school.
Yes.
All the kids go back to American, go back to school and work, studying, do math. Don't go to detention what I did when I was.
Oh my God.
Don't go on detention what I did, okay? Because that happened. Because that was I was sad because I couldn't draw the dolphin.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not dolphins.
Not the dolphins. We got a dolphin story.
I couldn't draw the dolphins.
We don't like dolphins here.
Thank the ladies for having you on the show today.
Thank you for letting me have it on the show.
You're
Thank
so
you for
welcome. I'm
coming.
so glad that you're here. You're gonna be our most viewed video because you did such
Goodbye,
an
everyone.
amazing job.
Wave our hands at the screen. Bye.
What
Keep
time
it
is
brewing.
We're not keeping it brewing yet. Wait a second. Don't end it. I have our business.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Zoe, I want you to do me a huge favor. Go pass me that black bag right there. Be careful, okay? Don't knock down the camera.
Okay, I won't.
We're still here, guys. Sorry.
Yes. We're still
Zoe was wrapping us up, but
Zoe was wrapping us up.
No.
yeah.
She didn't go through that.
Yeah. She got it.
Thank you. So, like promised, every episode we want to make sure that we
Highlight
our minority-owned or I always forget this
Business
or
or
organization.
organization
There you go.
of the week
Book or
book. Yes. And just yesterday, it was so funny. I ordered this and got it today because I'm almost out of my first container. But you guys got to check out Olive Bath and Body Company. And they're at olivebathandbodycompany.com. But their products are great. I am a eczema. Thank you, Bianca. I have eczema, and literally this has subdued my eczema. And I absolutely love the product. It smells absolutely amazing. So you guys got to give it a try. So
What is it? Tell us what you got.
I got the Tropical Sunset Organic Shea Butter. But it works absolutely amazing.
And no cheese.
And then I got body oil too. So
yeah, we visited Olive. We were at a pop-up shop. It was kind of like a spa.
It was called Pamper Me.
Self-care, Pamper Me event. In Lyle, and we all ended up buying some. This smells so good.
No, my sister,
So,
you
yeah.
gotta get your own.
I have my own. Yeah, I have my own.
Yes,
So we get a little ring.
absolutely amazing. Definitely give her a try. Great product.
Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to transition more to natural products because of this. And I'm wearing our last business of the week. I'm wearing her body butter right now. So it's been good. I love it.
So cool. Now
we're gonna wrap it.
Okay, Zoe. Now we can say bye to everyone.
Now we're
Bye. Wait. Keep it brewing. Bye.
Bye.